Welcome to the Vibrant You podcast. I'm your host, Bindi Stables, and here we talk all things wellness and vibrant living. You'll learn about integrative health, functional medicine, holistic biohacking, and enjoy raw and real conversations on personal growth, mindset, and motivation. Optimize your body and mind and become the happiest, the healthiest, most vibrant you. Enjoy the show. Hello, and welcome back to another episode of Vibrant You. Today, we are talking about my top 7 forms of natural medicine and healing modalities that you should be watching out for when it comes to your own health and healing. So I know how overwhelming it can feel in the sea of natural medicine with so many endless possibilities for healing modalities. So whether you are new and just embarking on your natural health and healing journey, or whether you've been living this way of life for quite some time and you're just the kind of person that's always looking to stay on top of your health and to optimize and live even more vibrantly when it comes to your well-being, this episode is for you. There are so many forms of medicine out there. There's, of course, allopathic medicine, which is when you go to your general practitioner, your doctor, they're working with Western or allopathic medicine. And today we're going to be focusing on more holistic and natural forms that I personally have found to be the most effective for my own healing journey these last 15 years. And they are what I see to be most impactful and effective for my clients as well. So you've heard of so many forms of natural medicine, right? You've heard, should I start with homeopathy or traditional Chinese medicine? Maybe you've been to a naturopath practicing naturopathic medicine. Maybe you've heard of bioregulatory medicine, or you've tried acupuncture. Maybe you're familiar with ozone or more mind-body practices like yoga or meditation. Let's get into what I know to be the 7 top types of natural healing medicine and modalities. This is most impactful for me and what I use with my clients as well. So let's get into it. The first form of medicine that I love is something called Ayurvedic medicine, or also known as Ayurveda. So Ayurveda is actually the oldest form of medicine known to humankind, and it goes back so far as 5,000 years. It comes from ancient India. So this word Ayurveda it's not an English word. It's actually a Sanskrit word, which is the original language that Ayurveda was taught in, as well as it's the language of yoga. So you may have heard some Sanskrit the last time you were in a yoga class. But Ayurveda is 2 Sanskrit root words, Ayur, which means life, and Veda, which means knowledge or science. So Ayurveda, very simply put, is the knowledge or the science of life. And the beauty of Ayurveda is that it understands life so deeply that it teaches this principle of bio-individuality. This is very unique in many forms of medicine. Most forms of medicine are what we call like a one-size-fits-all approach, where you have a series of symptoms and you and every other person with those series of symptoms, as in allopathic or Western medicine, are given this pill or this tablet because of the symptoms. However, Ayurveda teaches that every person is unique, that we all have a unique biochemistry, we all have a unique combination of the 5 elements, which will make what's one person's medicine, another person's poison. And that's why Ayurveda really takes into consideration your unique mind-body type, known as your dosha or your prakriti or vikriti, your birth constitution, the combination or the proportion rather of these 5 bioenergies, the 5 elements of fire, water, wind, air, and ether. And with that knowledge of knowing what your unique combination of those elements are, we're able to identify so much more what your unique path to healing is. We can recommend unique forms of foods and nutrition and herbal remedies and medicines and body therapies and detoxification protocols that are based on your own unique biochemistry, or also known as your dosha, your unique or current state or balance of the 5 elements in your body and mind. So Ayurveda is my first love. It was way back in the day when I was at a point with my health where I was having seizures almost every single day for about the span of a year. And Ayurvedic medicine was one of the main things that helped me to rebalance my body and overcome this big health challenge that I was facing. So I have nothing but amazing things to say when it comes to Ayurveda and its power. So we will for sure do some episodes dedicated just to Ayurveda. Maybe we'll do a full series on here helping you learn the principles of Ayurveda, what it is, help you figure out what your unique mind-body type is, or your dosha, your prakriti, and we'll talk so much more about the principles and protocols of Ayurveda. So that is the first form of medicine that I love. The second top type of natural medicine for me personally is a form of medicine called functional medicine. And functional medicine is about helping people at a functional level, not just a disease level. So this is what we know as like modern day naturopathic medicine. And one of the unique features of functional medicine, which is growing in popularity, and it's what I work with inside of my practice, is that we're really bringing to light something called functional medicine lab testing to help uncover underlying root cause imbalances behind your symptoms. So with functional medicine, the essence of it is this, that we need to understand that beneath your series of symptoms, whether that's digestive complaints or hormonal imbalances or issues with your skin or your thyroid or your cognitive symptoms like brain fog or low energy, lack of mental clarity, that underneath the iceberg of those symptoms is what we call the root cause imbalances that are causing those symptoms to begin with. So if you're noticing the symptoms, which is the top of the iceberg, right? It's what you're physically experiencing, digestive symptoms like bloating, gas, constipation, or loose stools. In functional medicine, we look through a lens of looking beyond your symptoms and identifying, either with in-depth wellness assessments and a full intake of your health history, to get a really clear picture on what the root cause imbalances are behind your symptoms, or with something called functional medicine lab testing, also known as subclinical lab testing. So the lab testings with functional medicine are so much deeper and so much more extensive and intensive than just a simple blood draw at your doctor's. So we work with different biological substances to test things at a functional level. So not just checking for markers, do you have this disease or do you not have this disease? Functional medicine and my approach with it, it's not about diagnosing or curing disease in this way, but it's understanding that our body is so intelligent and it really does have everything that it needs to heal itself. We just need to give it the right things. So we understand the root cause imbalances through functional lab testing. We do saliva-based tests, for example, to get the most accurate picture of what's happening with your hormones, which is your sex hormones, your estrogen, progesterone, your stress hormones, your cortisol levels, for example, and how they're working. As well as we can check for your thyroid levels to see if perhaps hormonal imbalances are contributing to the symptoms you're facing. We also do stool testing. So one of the main tests that I'll run for people that are experiencing digestive-based issues is an amazing lab called the GI MAP test, which is a stool test, and we get a full overall picture of your gut microbiome and what's happening in there, if there's any pathogens that are the root cause imbalance behind your bloating and gas. Do you have parasites? Do you have a bacterial overgrowth known as SIBO, or small intestinal bacterial overgrowth? Is there an overgrowth of candida or yeast that is the culprit behind your IBS symptoms? So this is the essence of functional medicine. It's zooming out with our health, using modern science and tools through functional lab testing and in-depth symptoms assessments to understand what's happening on the most functional and fundamental level in your body and rebalancing the body from the inside out. The third form of medicine that I love and swear by is herbalism. So herbalism is all about unlocking nature's healing wisdom. So we know many herbs. We have all heard of the benefits of certain plants and herbs, roots, fruits, leaves, barks, all these good things. And the beauty of herbs and plants is that they have what we call phytochemicals and chemical compounds that have a profound and healing and balancing effect on the body. So I'm sure that you've heard of some amazing herbs. Maybe you've heard of ashwagandha is a great one. We usually take it in the form of ashwagandha root as a powder or a capsule. which has been clinically proven to help relieve symptoms of anxiety by reducing the body's cortisol levels, or your stress hormones. So it can be helpful for sleep. If, the root cause behind your sleep issues is high stress chemicals flowing through your body, before you go to sleep at night, ashwagandha can be really helpful for reducing those stress chemicals and helping you fall asleep and relieving your anxiety. We have an amazing herb, turmeric is another great example, where turmeric has an active compound, a chemical compound inside of it called curcumin, which is a powerful antioxidant. It's been clinically proven to have anti-inflammatory effects. It's naturally antimicrobial, and it's known to have anti-cancer properties. Endless herbs, another one of my favorites is, milk thistle, which acts as a powerful antioxidant and protectant for the liver. Little side note, I had a kitty, my kitty who was one of the loves of my life, living here in Bali. Unfortunately, a big issue here in Bali is that they spray the rice fields with pesticides. And of course, you see all these beautiful pictures. I used to live in the rice fields, and wow, it's so beautiful. A huge downfall is that they spray with these very toxic glyphosate, pesticides. And a very unfortunate event happened where my beloved cat must have drank the runoff water from the rice fields and actually was poisoned and had a remarkable effect and was dying in front of my eyes. And by the grace of God and the power of nature and so many things, I could rush her to the vet, and they gave her actually some chemical drugs. They also gave her straight up activated charcoal, which is something that we as humans use for detoxification and eliminating toxicity in the body. But they gave her this straight away, and within a day, she went from being literally dead before my eyes, almost dead before my eyes. And I was sobbing and needing to, basically the vets were saying say goodbye and then leave, because it was midnight when this had happened and they were trying to close and all the things. And the next day morning, she was alive, and they said, that the damage done to her liver, she had, I hope this isn't too much, but she had internal bleeding and all these horrible things happening inside of her body because she was poisoned and her liver was so damaged. And can you believe that they had done these labs and they showed me what her liver function was and, what was going on. They said that it would probably be permanent. She'd be really at risk for, toxicities at a later time because her liver shouldn't be functioning so well. And I put this cat on milk thistle, which is, again, this potent antioxidant and protectant for the liver. It supports the liver in detoxifying. And it's something that I use as well in part of my, a few times a year I do a functional medicine detox, and milk thistle is one of the main ingredients in there to support the liver. Can you believe that on a month of this cat taking milk thistle, that her liver levels went from such an extreme that the vets were like, it's amazing that she's even alive, to being completely normal and in range. So fun little side note, my cat is still alive. She is a walking miracle, and I am so grateful for plant medicine. So this is the power of herbalism, which is an amazing modality for health and healing. The fourth form of medicine I want to share with you is called orthomolecular medicine. So orthomolecular medicine is basically the science of vitamins and minerals and nutritional supplements as medicine. It's based on this principle that disease, or dis-ease, as I like to call it, because it's simply a dysfunction of our body's state of ease and balance. That's what dis-ease is that the principle of orthomolecular medicine is that all states of dis-ease are simply an imbalance in the body, an imbalance of either a deficiency or an excess of something. So all disease is an imbalance. Either we have too much of something, whether that's too much stress, too much toxicity in our body, too much of a certain hormone or a certain chemical, or too little of something. We have a deficiency of a certain nutrient. We have a deficiency of rest and relaxation. We have a deficiency of sleep, these types of things. And orthomolecular medicine is based on this principle that nutritional supplements in the form of vitamins and minerals are amongst the greatest forms of medicine. So what we use in orthomolecular medicine is substances in the form of capsules and pills and tinctures and powders and whatnot to basically rebalance the body at a root cause and fundamental level. Herbalism is amazing But the fact is that your body is not deficient in herbs. So herbs typically work upon the body where the herbs are doing the work for you. They're powerful substances with amazing biochemicals that basically support your body's natural function. However, your body's never deficient in herbs. And the truth is that your body is so intelligent. It has a remarkable means of rebalancing itself. You have this amazing liver that is designed to detoxify the body in a very effective way. However, if your liver is not getting all of the raw nutrients that it requires in the forms of vitamins and minerals and amino acids and B vitamins, for example, and antioxidants like glutathione, then your liver isn't getting what it needs to do its job well. So yes, you have this amazing liver, but in order for our liver to do something called phase 1 and phase 2 of liver detoxification, which is basically the two processes or phases that your liver goes through to eliminate toxins and the buildup of cholesterol and the buildup of excess hormones in the body, is it requires very specific nutrients. And science has confirmed this, that for the liver to do its job well, we need adequate B vitamins and amino acids. And when our diet is lacking those things, then our liver can't do its job perfectly well. So this is the power of orthomolecular medicine. We're using nutritional supplements to supplement, that's what a supplement is, to supplement your healthy diet, healthy lifestyle in a powerful way to rebalance the body with the use of vitamins and minerals as medicine. So the fifth form of medicine is nutritional sciences. And this is using food and nutrition as medicine, using food as a foundation for your health. So ultimately, food and what food breaks down into in your body is the primary fuel source for all of your cells and what they need to do their job really well. And your body is so intelligent and has a remarkable capacity to heal, to rejuvenate, to rebalance itself. And our cells are designed to produce energy, right? So if you're feeling low energy, using food and nutrition, the raw nutrients that your cells need to produce energy is key. Just like we talked about for orthomolecular medicine, our liver is designed to detoxify. Our brain is designed for a vast variety of essential functions. But if our cells and our organs and our tissues aren't getting enough of those raw nutrients that they need, then they'll struggle. And so having proper nutrition, having balanced meals, getting enough nutrition in the food that we are consuming is going to be a big piece of the puzzle. So nutritional science, I cannot speak highly enough about that. The sixth modality that I want to share with you is called mindset coaching. And I would include in mindset coaching mental disciplines and mental training techniques, meditation, basically anything that utilizes the power of the mind and rewiring of our beliefs to heal the body. So the fact is that you can be doing everything right when it comes to your health. You can be eating all the perfect foods and taking all the perfect supplements, but if we're not taking care of what's happening between our ears and the way that we think and the way that we see the world, the way that we view ourselves, then doing everything right won't do much, right? So the power of mindset coaching is understanding ourselves more deeply, understanding the nature of the mind, understanding how our thoughts work, understanding, our past experiences and the beliefs that those experiences formed for us, and breaking free from some of these beliefs that have really been maybe holding us back, fixed beliefs or limiting beliefs in terms of what we're capable of, what we're available for in this life, what makes sense to us. So mindset coaching is a very, very powerful way to transform your mind, to transform your health, your relationships, your work, and every area of your life. And finally, healing modality and form of medicine number 7 is what I call somatic healing. So somatic healing is body-centered therapies used to release emotions stuck in the body, stuck in the physical tissues. So it's a practice or practices that help to balance the nervous system for deep healing. And again, just like with mindset coaching, you can be doing everything right. But if your nervous system is holding on to stuck emotions and traumas and experiences from your past, herbs don't stand a chance. And this somatic healing is so important, and why I include it. I mean, it's not a form of medicine as in it's not recognized as a form of medicine and integrative health, but a healing modality. And why I mention this is that, for example, I work with so many different clients that are doing everything right and they're following the protocol. And, there's not much more that I can ask from them to do in terms of therapies. And they're so committed and they follow the nutrition plan perfectly. And, they take the supplements at the right time. And on paper, everything should be working. And in many cases, it does. However, what I do notice with clients is when they're doing everything right and time goes by, and sure, they've noticed some improvements, but we're not exactly where we would desire them to be in terms of their healing journey. What we turn to is we turn to the emotional body and the somatic body. And we start to explore, okay, well, is there something that's not allowing you to feel fully safe and fully present in your body? Are there past experiences that your nervous system is still holding on to that aren't allowing you to feel safe? And our body requires a level of safety in order for it to heal. It heals very well. It's very effective. It has everything it needs to heal. But if we're in a constant state of fight or flight, and we're always in a stressed state, or we just live with so much fear in our body, which is usually caused by experiences from our past that we haven't yet processed. We haven't yet fully moved through, and those experiences of trauma or emotional pain continue to live on in our nervous system and get reactivated in everyday life moments that resemble anything familiar to the original event that caused that trauma to begin with. So we hold that in our nervous system, and when we're in that constant state of fear and stress, even if not consciously, but if our body knows something that we don't, which we access through somatic healing practices, then we can really experience the deepest levels of healing. And what I've seen for clients, of a few months of doing everything right and, moving the needle a little bit, but not maybe as much as they'd like, is we move into some somatic healing practices and some coaching in this way to understand maybe what might be happening on a psychological level or in the nervous system. And this is where their true healing power unlocks. They move through some of these past emotional experiences or traumas that their nervous system is holding on to, and they feel safe, and suddenly their body really starts to heal and shift, and they live more vibrant than ever before. So these are my top 7 forms of natural medicine and healing modalities. Again, they are Ayurvedic medicine, functional medicine, herbalism, orthomolecular medicine, nutritional sciences, food as medicine, mindset coaching and mental disciplines, and somatic healing. So these right here are the 7 fundamental modalities that I work with inside of my practice as an integrative health practitioner and mindset and well-being coach. And these have been really the most impactful forms of medicine and modalities in my healing journey. And this is what I get to use to support my clients and get to witness remarkable transformations when it comes to their digestive, their hormonal, their cognitive health, and so much more. And it's amazing to just watch these people walk away with so much energy and zest for life and overall vibrancy. So if you yourself have been looking for support in creating your most vibrant health and well-being, I would love to hear from you and help you achieve that inside one of my integrative health coaching programs. Send me a DM on Instagram, and I'd love to hear what you would love support with when it comes to your health. And I hope that this episode was helpful. I'd love to hear from you. Let's bring the conversation over to Instagram at Bindi Stables, or send me a DM. I'd love to hear what your personal favorite forms of nutritional medicine, therapies, or modalities are, so we can inspire each other. Thank you so much for listening, and I will talk to you real soon in another episode. Lots of love. Thanks so much for listening. If you loved today's episode, please spread the love by subscribing and leaving a review. Or if there's someone in your life that you think could benefit from this conversation, please share this episode with them. I would love to hear from you over on Instagram at Bindi Stables, or visit my website, bindistables.com, to connect and work with me. Thank you so much again for being here, and I'm celebrating you in this journey of becoming the happiest, the healthiest, most vibrant you.